this one. You understand me? Please hit the like button first. Hit the like button first. They don't cost you nothing. Hit the like button. Y'all see the title, The Two Mighty Ducks. Yes, sir. Shout out to both of these men. No hater. Not a hater. Salute to them for following their career since children, uh, making a lot of money in the sport that they love, going out there. And, just giving us entertainment in the sport that we love to watch. So salute to these men, but at the same time, they mighty ducks. Both of them mighty ducks. Richardson Hitchins. Uh, Richardson Hitchins, just came up. He just won this title. I think he got the WBO IBF at 140. He's going around. He's screaming. He want to fight this person. He want to fight that person. And the reason I'm calling him a duck is simply because why aren't you trying to handle business at 140? Why aren't you going out to Gary Russell Jr., Gary Antoine Russell Jr., who keeps calling you out, who you don't mention, you don't say nothing about it. You keep talking about Devin Haney. You keep showing up there bothering Keyshawn Davis, picking on Keyshawn Davis. I'm going to tell y'all why he picking on Keyshawn Davis. But at 140, you got a lot of challenges. You're supposed to be trying to be undisputed. You out here picking and calling on Devin Haney, doing all this ducking instead of going through 140 and picking people who have titles. But since we got fans out here who complain about belts, not realizing that their favorite fighter want a duck, that's why they complain about belts. Y'all think it's justified. Oh, let's go for the big fights. Big fights. I can understand. Payday. Hey, I understand the payday all day. But right now, ain't nobody looking and checking for no Richardson Hitchins. So why is you go out calling out Devin Haney and going picking on Keyshawn's, the person, the so-called businessman? I call him the bullshitter. The bullshitter who out here talking about when he retired, like he was hurting people feeling. Boy, don't nobody care about Keyshawn Davis retiring. Didn't nobody give a damn. You ain't retired. You just on the stage of ducking and mad at the world because you and your sister, your brothers, my bad. I was finna say sisters because y'all acted like some females. You and your brothers went back there and beat up on a boxer backstage for beating your brother. But back to Richardson Hitchins. Go on fight Gary Antoine Russell Jr. He say he didn't beat you up before. He say he didn't outbox you, they say he didn't beat you up in the amateurs before about 4 times. Now you ain't running up on his face. You ain't showing up backstage talking trash to Gary Antoine Russell. You weren't chasing Teofimo like Shakur doing. You ain't chasing Serbia Matias. You ain't chasing nobody out there who can actually go to 140, Richardson Hitchins, and handle business at 140. Quit running and ducking. Now let's talk about the businessman. Hit the like button. The bullshit is what I call him. Hit that like button. Keyshawn Davis really was scared of Edwin De Los Santos. He saw him as a major threat. So Keyshawn Davis going to put on some weight, extra 4 pounds, say he couldn't make the weight, he couldn't go down. But we know that that's a lie now. He wanted to put on extra padding to cover his jaws up in case he got popped in his face by Edwin De Los Santos. And Edwin De Los Santos, who has a good team, a smart team, told him, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to allow that. And see, they thought that he was thirsty for money because he had been in a layoff. He said he had been having surgeries or something. He had a blood clot or something in his leg or something like that. But they thought that man was going to be so thirsty that he was going to just say, oh, forget them 4 pounds. We just going to go and fight for the title. No, they said, no, we ain't finna do that. So he embarrasses himself. Not only that, hold up, also this. And first he ducking Andy Cruz. Let's go here. This situation where he talking about he had to get rid of his whole team and, oh, I got a whole new team. You know why I think Bo Magnum left him? You know why I think Bo Magnum left him? Because Bo Magnum still wanted that 10%. That's why he probably got mad at Bo Mac. Bo Mac was very disappointed at Keyshawn Davis when he weighed them 4 pounds over. Look at his face if you go back and you watch it. He was very disappointed at Keyshawn Davis for coming in overweight. But at the same time, that ain't got nothing to do with camp, homeboy. And I think Bo Mac said, called Keyshawn and said, hey, what's up, Keyshawn? Nothing much, man. I apologize about what happened. Yeah, you good, you know what I'm saying? But I still need that 10%. What you talking about? We trained you. We went to a full camp. We need that bread. And I think not Shakur, but Keyshawn Davis got mad because they wanted their 10%. So he told us, so I'm letting people go. Don't nobody care. Why are you running from 135? Let's first mention that. Because you just said in a statement that you'll go back to 135. You just said in a statement you'll go back to 135, a weight that you said that you couldn't make anymore. You can't make this weight anymore. But you just said you'll go back. So I think he out there running from Andy Cruz, y'all. That's what I think he running from. And potential other fights. Let's just be real. Keyshawn Davis ain't beat up on nothing but Latin and Mexican fighters. When it's time to fight or challenge somebody who could possibly knock Keyshawn Davis out and beat him, what he did, he went in there, tried to come in there heavier and embarrassed himself. And him and his brothers embarrassed themselves even more by trying to fight somebody that beat his brother. That's basically why Keyshawn is retired and he upset with everybody because folks still want their money. Bo Mack said, I want my damn money. I trained you. I went in camp with you for months. I had to take time out of my life. I bet you that's what it is. If Bo Mack come out and ever tell it, Bo Mack gonna say, Keyshawn Davis mad at us because we wanted our money. So that's why I'm saying these two are the mighty ducks. See, they going and doing all this talking and all this, oh, I want to fight this person and fight that person. I'm gonna do this and do that, and they ain't gonna do nothing. They got business they can go handle in their own division. And let's talk about the situation of them going face to face in the face off. Richardson Hitchins hurt Keyshawn Davis' feelings, and Keyshawn Davis is intimidated of Richardson Hitchins. He made a comment as they were face to face. He said, and that side stuff don't mean nothing. He's scared. He's scared. We've seen Keyshawn Davis probably fight bigger fighters, taller fighters, but when he's standing in the face of Richardson Hitchins, the first thing come out of his mouth is, oh, that side stuff don't mean nothing. I said, yeah, he's scared. Richardson Hitchins really did used to beat him up. You could tell. And that's why remember when he said, ask Keyshawn if he been dropped. Ask Keyshawn if he been dropped. He hurt his feelings. He said, oh, it's personal now. Oh, you mad because he told people he dropped you? Now it's personal because he telling people that he dropped you? Keyshawn Davis ain't going to fight Richardson Hitchins. He ain't going to fight him. He ain't even told y'all when he coming back. So why is everybody out here screaming his march and they ain't said that. Even right there at the face-off when they were just talking to each other, Richardson Hitchins said straight up, he said, I can't say no march. Because he probably got other stuff lined up. But Keyshawn Davis, both of these dudes are mighty duckers. They mighty ducks. Richardson Hitchins supposed to be at 140 handling his business, stop chasing Devin Haney and everybody else. Gary Antoine Russell, that's a unification fight. That is a unification fight. And then he got the audacity to go around and tell Gary Antoine Russell that he needs to step his name up, step his game up, step his name. Richardson Hitchins, what is you talking about? You just came up. You used to be that real dark skin. Richardson Hitchins used to be that real dark skinned dude in the background of Tank now. Didn't nobody really know who you was, Richardson Hitchins. What the hell is you out here talking about some folks got to get their name? I knew about Gary Antoine Russell before you, just simply from his brother. But he got to build his name up in order to challenge you at 140, and this man has a title. This ain't no dude that's trying to come up the ranks and just call you out and get to a belt. This man has a legitimate title that you can go and challenge for and become unified and on your way to undisputed. But instead, you want to go around and call out people that ain't in weight class, pulling up and picking on poor Keyshawn, who also ducking, scared of Andy Cruz. Scared of Andy Cruz. So, that's why I call it the Mighty Ducks. Because them two, they run around ducking everybody. Oh, I want to fight this person. I want to fight that person. I want to do this. I want to do that. And Keyshawn Davis, he ain't finna come back no time soon. Keyshawn, see, this is why he retiring. Keyshawn know now it's time to prove himself. Them picking them dudes with no names, picking them dudes that don't nobody know. No, Keyshawn Davis can't keep doing that. See, he on the verge of where Tank at, but it's in a situation where he put himself out there so fast that he got to prove himself early. See, we want Tank to prove himself right now when he 30 something and oh. You know what I'm saying? Because we let him slide and you know, he was so entertaining and so good to watch that people let go of the fact that he wasn't giving us no fights. See, Keyshawn ain't doing that. Keyshawn entertaining too, but when he made himself hot in that last fight before he did that stupid decision with his brothers, he was on his way. His name was ringing bells. So now it's time for the businessman to actually handle his businessman. And guess what? There is no businessman nowhere. Now the businessman want to go and retire when he was hot, when he was on fire in the boxing game. That don't make sense. So that's why he upset. Somehow I had to let my team go. I had to let everybody go, and he's now Bo McNair wanted their money. I'm telling y'all that's what it is. They ain't give a damn what fight got ended, what got canceled. That check shouldn't get canceled. See, I guarantee y'all when y'all hear from Bo Mac, remember Easy saying this first. When y'all hear from Bo Mac's side of the story, Bo Mac probably won't work with that boy no more anyway. Bo Mac probably want to work with him no more anyway. We in camp with you. We spending this time with you. We you know what I'm saying? You can't watch a fighter like they say. You can't watch a fighter. I ain't living with him. I ain't around him 24/7. But when that boy, go back, and matter of fact, I'm gonna go look at it too when I get out this video. When that boy came in for the Bo Mac was like what the hell? And what it was, Bo Mac still wanted his money. And I bet you Keyshawn got mad because that man wanted his money. That's what it was. But y'all, this is my first time going live in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go live. And, you know, that's to give you my opinion of you. Like I said, respect both boxers, but I just think that they ducks. Right now, they focused on things they shouldn't be focused on. You know, Richardson Hitchins got a lot of work to do at 140. You know, his name is not up where he think it is. True enough, he has a title, but that don't mean nothing. You know, I had to tell people all the time, it's a difference between being a boxing superstar and a household name. And I think Richardson Hitchins got a belt and think he a household name, and you not, homie, but respect to you. You know, and Keyshawn just need to come back to the sport of boxing, stop acting stupid, and step up to the plate and challenge yourself and fight somebody. We tired of the Puerto Rican Latino fighters you out there beating up on. It's time for you to step up to the plate and actually get in the ring and show and prove yourself. You think these beef with these boxers are real or fake? Like Conor Ben and Chris Eubank Jr. I think that they is real. I think because it's a family thing, a rivalry. You know, I don't think it's really like personal. You know, like if Conor Ben seen Chris Eubank in a casino, he gonna walk up and punch him in his face. Nah, I just think it's a family rivalry. But you know, I don't think it's really no beefs in boxing. I think the most serious beefs in boxing right now is probably that's out there is I know it's Tank and Terrence. I know Terrence Crawford still hate Tank. uh, well, I can't really think of no Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. There's probably some hate somewhere in there. You know what I'm saying for what they feel Ryan did. You know, but this is something I be want to ask about that too. If y'all say that Ryan Garcia, I mean Devin Haney is on snack and snack is steroids, then if Ryan used steroids and beat Devin Haney, then why don't nobody ever say that's a fair fight? Now I'm not saying Ryan is guilty or innocent. What I'm saying is if people say that Devin Haney is on snack and they taking steroids at snack, when he fought Ryan and Ryan was on steroids, then wasn't that a fair fight? I mean, if you think about it, wasn't that a fair fight then? Because people love saying that Devin Haney and everybody on snack is on steroids. So when he fought Ryan, they was on an even playing field, I guess. Wouldn't you say that? If everybody on snack, is you know what I'm saying, on steroids. But for those who coming in now, the topic is about Richardson Hitchins and Keyshawn Davis, the two mighty ducks, ducking fights, running from opponents, saying you can't make weight classes that you can make, and just lying to the public in general. So I don't think Haney on Snack. I know you probably don't, but there's a lot of people out there that think Devin Haney is on Snack. Okay. And well, we know he on Snack, but they think Snack is a they are down in the basement doing steroids and secret passages and shit. So if they is doing that, so that means Devin got beat on a clean playing field. But they don't mention that. I'm just bringing up something. I'm not saying that I'm not a Devin hater or a Ryan hater. I'm just thinking about something. You know what I'm saying? But people caught up on these big fights and fans out here acting like they getting paid with these fighters, with these paydays. Every time a casual fan, when you go to talking about, well, why this guy ain't fighting this guy? Why this guy? Oh man, it's paydays. We ain't getting paid no money. Why you keep talking about payday like you getting a percentage of Tank money or you getting a percentage of this box of money? Why are you out here talking about what big fights? No, what about these legacy matchups? What about these fights that they supposed to be fighting? What about the people in their division they supposed to be stepping to? What about that? What about that? We don't get none of that though. Well, Brian, y'all talk to me. That's so I can keep going. Y'all bring up some fights. Talk to me. We got a potential Deontay Wilder fight coming up. Deontay Wilder versus Usyk. Wilder he ain't gonna win that fight. Puncher's chance. Yeah, Wilder gonna win that fight. You know what I'm saying? Puncher's chance, but Wilder done, man. Wilder been exposed. Respect to him. Hell of a fighter. He from Alabama. I'm from Alabama. I ain't too far from where he from. You about an hour away, but as a boxer, Wilder, he just been outclassed by fighters that can actually fight. But I think with them losses and with Malik Scott behind him, I think Wilder needs some more trainers and Wilder will be probably could come back different. But me, I don't understand if I'm a fighter and I lose with a particular trainer and I keep losing with a particular trainer, that should show me something. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I know I'm going in and I'm training, I'm giving my all. Maybe it's something he's not teaching me. Maybe I need another look. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be a fighter that got a trainer and I just keep losing and that. No, it's something that's going wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason to it's a method to his madness. It's a reason I'm out here losing back to back. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't your fault as a trainer. It ain't your fault. It's just I may need another look. I may need to be taught something else. I need somebody who to focus on, what I'm doing wrong instead of what I'm doing right. Wilder got no more power. Either Parker and Zane were able to take Wilder power. Wilder, he just don't be throwing right. Wilder be slapping with punches. I don't know why he be doing. You be seeing it's like he be slapping with punches sometimes besides with the right hand. Now the right hand, he'll land that and knock you up under the stage, you know what I'm saying, with that right hand. But Wilder wasn't taught or he don't care to know how to properly throw punches. That's Wilder's problem. Wilder, like Mark Breland said about Wilder get in the ring and go in there and do what he want to do. Mark Breland said Wilder come in there and tell him what he gonna do today. This ain't nothing I'm saying. This is something what his trainer was saying, Mark Breland. So Wilder come to the gym and say, oh, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. You know, so he had to deal with that. He had to deal with that. And he ended up losing. So but you know, it's the heavyweight division. Don't nobody really pay attention to the heavyweight division. You know, Devin Haney, he trying to go after Riley. I still think Riley. People get mad at me when I tell people this, and they don't pay no attention to me. They laugh when I tell it. Riley has good timing. Riley Romero has good time. No, I'm not saying that Riley is a elite boxer. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Riley has elite time. He can throw a punch. He times his punches real good. Even though some you know what I'm saying, don't always be good punches or hurt his opponents, but he can time punches very well. So I think in a Devin Haney fight, Ryan might be the one that might do not Ryan, but Riley might be the one that's going to really do damage to him. Because Riley can punch. And it's a blueprint. All you got to do is throw a punch when Devin throw a punch. Stay in Devin's face. All that jabbing and all that letting him finesse and look pretty shit. Nah, wherever Devin go, you stay right there with him. And you catch Devin when he opening up. That's how you beat Devin Haney. All they trying to stand back and prove to Devin Haney you can box and, oh, I got skills too. They're going to get your ass whooped. They're going to get your ass whooped against Devin Haney. Now you got to step to Devin Haney. And every time he open up, you open up. Every time he open up, you open up. Yeah, I'm talking about he ain't throwing none but hooks every time. What? Every time he open up, you probably catch him. And you know what I'm saying? Devin the truth though. You know what I'm saying? Devin a hell of a fighter. I think eventually he gonna take over 147. He just beat Brian Norman. Brian Norman, was considered the best 147 pounder. So he went out there and spanked him. So I think, Mario Barrios, that ain't really no fight. But you know what? It's gonna be good if Ryan Garcia beat Mario Barrios and he get that title. And it'd be a title match this time at 147 in a rematch of Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. That would make that a good fight right there. That's the fight. That's the fight. That would be a great rematch. Ryan got a belt now. Devin got a belt now. But we'll have to see. What's up with you, Roderick? What's up with you? He won't do it to Shakur and Teofimo. Who won't do it to Shakur and Teofimo? Tank can do that, but he doesn't want to. I don't know why. What you mean with Tank? Tank can do that. What you talking about? He want to do it to Shakur and Teofimo. Are you talking about Devin Haney? You talking about Devin? I think Devin Haney is scared of Teofimo Lopez though. A lot of people say that Teofimo be ducking Devin Haney. I don't think so. I think that Devin Haney sees Teofimo Lopez as a major threat because when Kambosos and Teofimo was finna fight, remember Kambosos exposed Devin Haney used to call him and tell him stuff. He said Devin Haney used to call and tell him stuff like T.O. and his wife arguing, T.O. be drinking or some stuff like that. He kept calling Kambosos and telling him. trying to get him knocked out the way so he don't have to fight him to get them titles, in my opinion. I think that, and I'm not knocking Devin Haney. I ain't no hater. I just think that Devin Haney sees Teofimo Lopez as a problem. And he'd rather not have that problem if he don't have to. Now, I'm not saying that Devin won't fight him. I'm saying if Devin has a choice of whether or not he can get something without fighting Teofimo Lopez, then he'll get it. But I don't see him literally, going and calling out, Tank like he do other names. You said you think Tank can beat both Teofimo and Shakur? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this Tank been built up off fighting lackluster opponents, smaller fighters that's intimidated by Tank from his so-called power. Lamont Roach basically showed the world that Tank ain't what y'all think he is. Lamont Roach. And you want to know why Lamont Roach? Lamont Roach wasn't scared of Tank. Lamont Roach didn't have no fear of Tank. He already experienced it before. He know how Tank fight, his style. I think Tank is a made-up superstar. He got a lot of skills. Tank got a lot of skills. Don't get it twisted now. He a dangerous fighter. But against the top guys, the Shakurs, nah. That Lamont Roach fight showed that. Tank Davis, coach, I always say, Coach, what's his name? Coach Calvin Ford. Oh, we want to see somebody push Tank to the next level. Like we ain't had nobody we ain't seen nobody push Tank to the next level. Well, Lamont Roach was pushing them to the next level, and he ain't do a damn thing. We didn't see Tank go up to this next level that y'all talking about. We didn't see Tank go up to this next level that they kept screaming about. Oh, we just looking for fighters. It's gonna be a fighter where y'all don't know what Tank got. Y'all don't know what Tank got in his bag yet. Y'all ain't seen. We looking for guys who can push it out. But when he end up with Lamont Roach, he's struggling. He's struggling. Tank can't beat all the people y'all think he can beat. He can't. A pure boxer who can create distance is gonna beat Tank, and a fighter that's not afraid of Tank. See, Frank Martin could have beat Tank. Frank Martin had every tool in his arsenal to beat Tank, but he was afraid of Tank. Yeah. Frank Martin was afraid of Tank. See, when he fights Shakur, Devin, especially Devin, and Teofimo, and I mean, look at what Tank got Floyd Schofield, his mandatory right now. Floyd Schofield is his mandatory, been his mandatory for about 2 years right now. Won't give that man a shot. So I wonder who they gonna go fight next. Who they gonna go pick next? They're gonna have to be a big name or a name decent enough to make people want to see it with some money gonna be offered or some, because you just lost 40 million, so you can't keep going out here picking old Hector Luis Garcias and old Isaac Cruzes and making them famous. You can't keep doing that. So I can't wait to see who his next opponent is. He a mighty duck too. Tank is. Tank is a mighty, mighty duck. Yeah. Along with Richardson Hitchins and Keyshawn Davis. This new belt talk. I hate this new belts don't mean nothing talking, complaining about the belts. See, everybody can't jump in and compare themselves to what Terrence Crawford got to go through. Nobody listened to what Terrence Crawford said. He wasn't complaining about paying for the belt. He said they wanted me to give them an extra $100,000 along with the $300,000. He said, I ain't paying them shit. It wasn't the $300,000 that bothered him. Terrence said they wanted an extra $100,000. See, but now all these young up and coming so-called boxing superstars, you don't want to know why they bitching about the belts. You want to know why they complain about the belts? Because they don't want to be great like Terrence was or Terrence Crawford is. They don't want to go have to face some dude that's challenging and got a belt. And it's another dude that's challenging and got a belt. And it's another dude that's challenging and got a belt. Or it may be that one dude who got all three belts. And he a bad mother. He's sure enough. He a bad mug. He got all three belts. And they got to, I don't think belts important. You know, I'm not looking to be on. I bet you ain't looking to be undisputed when old boy over there might kick your ass. And he got them other three belts. Now belts ain't. See, that's what's going on in the sport of boxing now. That's what's going on in the sport of boxing now. Oh, the belts ain't important because I don't want to have to go fight him and get my ass kicked. That's why belts ain't important. They don't want them big. They don't want them fights. Richardson Hitchins, he doing it right now. Exactly what I'm saying. Richardson Hitchins is doing exactly what I'm saying right now. The hell you gonna go tell Gary Antoine Russell he got to go step his game up, get a bigger name? Boy, we just not hearing about you, boy. I thought you used to be one of these little black homeboys that used to just hang with them until I realized you box too. Didn't nobody know no Richardson Hitchins. Don't nobody know you, boy. Richardson Hitchins could walk through. What's a state close by New York? He could walk through the mall in another state right next to New York and won't nobody know who he is, besides somebody who watch boxing. Besides somebody who watch boxing. Keyshawn Hitchins and are not fighting. I heard they probably, well, that was very fast to negotiate for, to price each other out on. That was a fast negotiation. But Keyshawn already intimidated the Richardson Hitchins. Yeah, Bud grinded for everything he got. You know what I'm saying? Bud fought who he had to fight. Had to, you know what I'm saying? Took him years to get there. People still trashing his resume, don't know nothing about boxing. You know what I'm saying? He's still getting the backlash because, you know, he made it to the top. He the king. I got Shakur Stevenson, Bray. I got Shakur Stevenson. I think he the better, well-around boxer. We've seen Teofimo struggle with Southpaw, Sandor Martin, Jermaine Ortiz. You know, but it's hard to go against Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Even though people say, well, at the end of the day, it's hard to go for him when you got to wonder how he coming in that night. But when Teofimo Lopez do show up in a big fight, he show up. That's one thing. That's why it's so scary to even. This is gonna be a hard fight to bet on. This is gonna be a very hard fight to bet on because you know Shakur coming. You know Shakur bringing what he gonna bring, but at the same time, we wondering what Teofimo Lopez gonna show up. What Teofimo Lopez is gonna show up fight night? Cause that boy, he bad now. You know, I tell people all the time, T.O. is built off athleticism. He's not really a pure boxer like that. It's mostly his athleticism, but he bad though. He bad. Now Shakur can pull this off. The rest of them dudes in trouble. The rest of them dudes in trouble. Shakur beats Tank. I already know he'll whoop Devin Haney. I already know Shakur whoop Devin Haney. But this the fighter we got. Hey, this the fighter that I'm telling y'all. If Andy Cruz beat Raymond Mortella, watch how 135 get empty. Watch this now. Watch this. See, I'm gonna say something that ain't nobody gonna say. Andy Cruz got a lot of people running from him, and I'm talking about the top 100. Watch what I tell y'all. Remember me saying this. When Andy Cruz beat Raymond Mortella and get that title, watch you see 135, the headliners, disappear. I bet you Keyshawn won't come back and challenge Andy Cruz if he get that title. I bet you that. I bet you that. I bet you he won't go fight Andy Cruz and try to get that title. They gonna fuck around. They gonna mess around. That boy Andy Cruz gonna be undisputed at 135. Watch what I tell you. Um, what's his name? Abdullah Mason gonna try to challenge him. What's the name of fight? Man, that boy deadly. That boy his skill set is dangerous with his leg movement and his hand speed. That's what make Andy Cruz so difficult. And Andy Cruz gonna, I'm telling y'all, watch what I tell you. The whole division gonna run. Let me see. Shakur asking for a rehydration clause. Nigga scared of Devin. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. You know that's cap, Malcolm. You know that's cap. That man, he can't challenge Devin at a higher weight class. Come on, man. That boy been beating up on Devin Haney for years. That's why Devin Haney. That's why Devin Haney. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up because you probably might be telling the truth. Devin Haney been getting his ass whooped by Shakur Stevenson for years, bro. For years. That's why when Devin Haney was in the ring and Shakur got in the ring that night, that's why they jumped out the ring. Shakur Stevenson is the whole reason that they ran from 135. When Shakur got to 135, what you seen the Haney's do? Gone. Gone. And they hoping and praying that Shakur don't challenge Devin Haney after he beat Teofimo Lopez. They send somewhere, please don't let Shakur don't mention our name after he beat Teofimo Lopez. Because they know. They know. He said he fight Conor Ben at 147, but not Devin. That's not ducking. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check out the interview. I didn't see the interview. If I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because I doubt he'll ask for a rehydration clause for Devin Haney. But you know what I'm saying, Malcolm, that's what you say. You know what I'm saying? You saying it was on there. So I'm gonna go check that interview out and see what he say. Devin barely making weight. That's why Shakur wanted to fight him. You mean at 135? No, that wasn't why he wanted. He clearly wanted to fight. Devin was the man. He beat Lomachenko that night. He became the number one guy. I'm telling you. Remember me saying this, man, whether it's years from now and that fight do happen. Watch Shakur. Watch. If Shakur beat Teofimo and he called out Devin Haney, watch the Haney's response to when he called him out. Remember me saying this. Remember, Easy Work said this first. If Shakur beat Teofimo Lopez, if he should call out Devin Haney's name, watch how the Haneys react. Watch. Oh, we in a whole nother weight class. He needs to worry about 140. He just got a title at 140. We don't know why he's calling out Debo. We don't know about why he's calling out Debo. We got other things to do. We're trying to be undisputed at 147. I bet you is when Shakur get up there. I bet you is when Shakur get up there. You better be trying to get undisputed at 147 when he get to 140. Because me personally, I'm expecting Devin Haney to run through 147. But Conor Ben ain't no joke. I don't know why everybody keep telling us on Conor Ben, like Conor Ben, some a pushover. Conor Ben ain't no bitch. Conor Ben bring it. Why everybody keep saying Shakur ducking O'Shaquie? They ain't even in the same weight class. They ain't even in the same weight class. They just all go on Twitter. So they all go on Twitter, so that mean he ducking? And I ain't no Shakur Stevenson fan. Or no, I ain't no dick rider. This channel don't do no dick ride. Do you understand me? This channel don't do that. But I don't understand why everybody's saying he ducking Foster and Foster at 130. He at 135 finna go up to 140. How he ducking Foster? I mean, somebody help me understand that. You Devin fanboys was gone. Now y'all back after Norman. Oh yeah, My question is this: where is Errol Spence fans at? Where are the Errol Spence fans? It's like they went to another galaxy or something, another world. Where are the Errol Spence fans? Where the big fish supporters at? Oh, I see some people just jumped. Okay, I see Errol Spence, some folks jumped off. Where y'all been at, the Errol Spence fans? That's what I'm gonna have to make a video about that. They're gonna be my next live, y'all. My next live, I got to ask. You know what I'm saying? Where are the Errol Spence fans? Let me see. Usually when a group hates a fighter, they say they're ducking someone. Well, I ain't hating nobody. I just tell the truth on my channel. But I feel what you're saying. You talking about the Shock and Shakur. He want to fight Shock at 135. I mean, if Shock want to challenge him, if Shock want to fight, then yeah, Shock got to come up to 145, 130. Yeah. Ain't number what, 5 pounds? It's gonna help Shock. He ain't got to stress go down to 130. It'll help Shock. So 135 ain't bad. If you want to fight, come to 135. That's where I'm at. Why would you call me out and think I'm finna go down and wait and fight you? How much sense would that make? If I'm the champ at 135, I got a belt at 135. It ain't like I'm walking around beltless. I'm the number one for the WBI. It ain't like I got a whole belt. And you think I'm gonna come down and drop weight for you when you the one talking crazy to me? No, you come on up here and at 135 and I tap on your head at 135. That's the way we do that. Shot Foster already lost to someone. Shakur fought too. And people got to stop saying he ducking Foster. He already fighting in January. T.O. better than Foster. Bigger name than Foster. Bigger payday for him. You know what I'm saying? Now, in a situation like this, I agree. Because the name of T.O., to have Teofimo Lopez on your resume, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I don't go with what Richardson Hitchins is out there doing, because he ain't did nothing to be out here just thinking he just supposed to go after Devin Haney and get these big fights. You ain't even unified. You won't even go and fight at 140 and handle your business at 140, bro. You got to handle your business at 140 before you go calling out Devin Haney. You just got the belt. And which they say his next fight is Jermaine Ortiz. I'd like to see that fight. That's a challenging fight. Um, Depending on how long Jermaine Ortiz, and I think Jermaine Ortiz been laid off for a minute. So if I was Jermaine and them or Ortiz and them, I wouldn't take it if I'd been laid off. But that's what they say next for Richardson Hitchins. Foster won the mandatory spot. And Shakur say he don't care. He's still not fighting. Well, he won what mandatory spot? There is no mandatory spot for him at 135. He has a belt at 130. Oh, Shot will have to let go of his title and move to 135 to get a mandatory for that WBC belt, right? Shot can't be talking and then getting released from 135. Now, if he let that belt go at 135 and move up, at 130 and move up to 135, then he probably number one mandatory to fight Shakur Stevenson. But as long as he holding that belt at 130, he ain't no number one mandatory. He can't be. How you gonna be a number one mandatory holding the belt in another division? Hell nah, no. Oh damn, I done had a whole bunch of messages. Foster's easy work for Shakur. It's a waste of time. But if he move up, let's see. Let me see. Yep, that's classic clout chasing. Come see if it's real. Shot got to move up. Yeah, Shot got to move up, man. All that Twitter talk and I do this to you and no, drop that belt and come up here to 135 and see if you become mandatory for my title and then we could get it on. But all that capping, ain't nobody listen to that. Shakur was sent by Bud to sleep T.O. too. Yeah. Oh, Bo Mac them gonna be in that corner. Terrence and them, they train, they can't wait to go into camp. They dissecting all footage of Teofimo. That's another thing y'all got to understand too. Now, training don't win fights. Trainers don't win fights. But y'all got to realize, Bo Mac and them going to be over there in camp. That's three heads. Bo Mac, his other two trainers, Shakur Stevenson, grandfather, and Terrence Crawford. That's 5 people against one coach, Teofimo Lopez Sr. That's 5 people against one coach, Teofimo Lopez. Man, they going to be dissecting film on T.O. They going to know everything that T.O. do wrong by fight night. They gonna see watch, but then it's still scary because this Teofimo. You see what I'm saying? This Teofimo, I think this how I think the fight gonna go, y'all. I think the first round's gonna be challenging. They gonna fill each other out. I think that Shakur's dominance and how he stand in front of people is gonna make Teofimo move a lot and do a lot, which is gonna tire him out. I think T.O. gonna get tired in the late stages of the fight, and Shakur Stevenson gonna go to tapping on his head. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be entertaining in the beginning. First 5-6 rounds. I think Shakur Steves, I think T.O., because I done seen T.O. gas out. T.O. will gas out. And when he get tired, he put them hands down. And I think T.O. gonna go tapping on that head. Hey, because that's what Loma did that to him too. Go back and watch that fight and go look in the late rounds. Lomachenko was tapping on his head, bro. Lomachenko was tapping on his head. So, I'm going with Shakur Stevenson all the way, man. T.O. is 10 times better than Foster, but Shakur scared of him. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People just be saying stuff. Some people just don't like certain fighters. And these got to be people who don't like Shakur to say that he ducking Foster. Because how? How? I would I could picture it. I could understand better somebody saying he ducking Abdullah Mason or Tank or Floyd Schofield or you know what I'm saying, or somebody at 135. But what? Let me see. Because Ray is around shock weight class. Ray who? Shakur is already locked in for a fight, so he can't fight Foster anyway. Foster is 32 years old with 3 losses. I didn't know Foster had 3 losses too, so I looked up the fight recently between him and Fulton. But I will say this, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying, taking up for Foster. I think that's when Foster was very unfocused as a fighter. I don't think Foster is as focused as he is now. You know, not to take none away from him, you know what I'm saying? Then he still got 3 losses. You know, even though losses don't matter, we got to remember Tevin Farmer. A lot of great fighters have lost, you know what I'm saying? But I think Foster's problem was he was still in the streets. Yeah, I think Foster was still in the streets and didn't really, take it as serious as he does today. But if all this time about he ducking Foster talk, come on, man. Y'all got to stop that. Stop that. Foster is a good fighter, dangerous fighter, you know what I'm saying? But that's at 130. So he dropped that belt and make it on up to 135. This Foster and Shakur ducking talk, leave it alone, man. Leave it alone. All right? Why ain't nobody talking about some Richardson Hitchins ducking? That's who y'all need to talk about ducking. Why ain't nobody talking about him? Richard Hitchins got fights lined up, unifications at 140. He ain't talking about nothing. He want to go picking, I want Devin. I don't know. Maybe it's something that happened with him and Devin. Maybe him and Devin sparred years ago or recently. Maybe he got the best of Devin and he feels that he can truly beat Devin. It got to be something like that. It got to be something like that he can truly just think he can whoop Devin Haney ass for him to just completely just keep going after Devin Haney. And poor Keyshawn. Y'all didn't see that part when Keyshawn said, that side stuff don't mean nothing. I said he lost. Watch what I'm telling y'all. If Keyshawn Davis fight Richardson Hitchins, Richard Hitchins gonna beat him. Then he hurt his feelings when he said he been dropped before. He asked Keyshawn, has he been dropped? Ask Keyshawn, has he been dropped? Ask him. Yeah, I've been dropped. Yeah, Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been dropped. Mm-hmm. You know when Richardson come for your age, it ain't gonna be no time for no talk. Keyshawn dropping Bomac because Bomac wanted his 10%. Why else would he drop Bomac? Y'all just think about that. To the 15 people talking, let's talk about this situation, okay? What reasons would he have to drop Bo Magnum, y'all? Y'all just tell me. What did Bo Mack and his team do to Keyshawn Davis to where he's going around acting as if they did something wrong and why he had to let people go. Like, y'all watching, I'm asking y'all. Come on, we talking, right? What did Bo Mac do or say to Keyshawn to say he don't work with them no more? He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. You mad because you went up there and you dropped the bag and you got that fight canceled. And Bo Mac still wanted their money. And they probably told him what he did was stupid, wrong, this, that. They probably chastised him, made him feel like a little boy, and they wanted their money. And he didn't like that. I guarantee you it's going to come out. And it might be Terrence Crawford that stepped to him and bring it out. It's gonna be Terrence or somebody because they're gonna say he wrong for doing that. Don't they ain't did nothing to you, boy. You mad at the world because you dropped the bag. You blew that night up. You gave your belt up, being stupid and scared, and you want to find somebody to blame. He wanted to find somebody to blame. That's all it was. DG, what they call themselves? DG3, DGB, trash. Trash. Went around acting like some females jumping somebody after a fight. Ain't got no accountability, nothing. You know y'all was wrong. Going there, going jumping that boy. I bet you won't jump Andy Cruz. I bet you Keyshawn Davis and his brothers won't jump Andy Cruz. I guarantee you that kid in his feelings because Shakur said Andy would be his toughest fight at 135. He would. They know it's at 135. They know what's up there at 135. Y'all finna see. Wait till Andy Cruz get that title. Hey, what do you think about unifying with Andy Cruz? It's a potential fight. We could see it in the future. They ain't gonna say they finna fight him. What? Then they gonna go. Nobody knows Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz. He's not a name. How many pay-per-views has Andy Cruz been on? Andy Cruz doesn't make the money I make. Andy Cruz don't have. Who is he fought? Who is he fought? He ain't fought nobody. With the whole shit. Here come the whole shit. He ain't fought nobody. Just like when Terrence Crawford hit 147. He ain't fought nobody. And Tank ducking ass. Tank just, I'm telling y'all, Tank just need to get on he need to come on out here and fight everybody, go on, get his money, and then you lead the sport. But he want to do it every other way. He want to go fight all these other people and don't want to challenge himself, don't want to be a unified champion, nothing. And you know why? You know why? This is why Terrence Crawford is really hated in the sport of boxing. Terrence Crawford is really hated not just by Mexicans, by everybody in boxing, because he has pushed the level he has pushed boxing to another level as far as legacy. Half of the fighters that we talk about and we praise ain't even been undisputed one time. He didn't set the bar to another level, going 3 times undisputed, y'all. And a lot of fighters don't like that for real. They might get on here, yeah, turn, but behind the scenes, they're like, this nigga, he think he the shit because he went undisputed because that's the biggest accomplishment in boxing. In order for you to never been undisputed, you had to duck. I ain't finna bring up no names. I ain't finna say nothing. You cannot be a top so-called echelon fighter and you went through your whole career with one title when in the 3-belt era or the 4-belt era. There's no way you did that unless you ducked some opponents. Ain't no way in hell you supposed to have over 30 fights, close to 70, 60 fights, or however many you have, and you ain't never been unified. You ain't never been undisputed. What were you doing? Who were you fighting? You must have been doing this. You must have been picking. You had to be picking. You had to. I don't have no idea what direction Tank career will go. He can't stay out of trouble. Tank don't even know when he will fight again. Who cares? Who cares, Tank? If you don't want to fight, get a belt up and go on about your business, Tank. Don't be something that holding the belt hostage and being in the way, Tank. Get a belt up and go on about your business. Go retire. Go get out the hood and go live this life you keep talking about you're going to live. Don't get the hell on. Because holding up that belt and not fighting, it don't make sense. You going to go fight Jake Paul, which would, oh Lord. It's really sad how people don't know nothing about boxing and actually thought that Jake Paul and Tank Davis was a good fight. Do you know there was literally people asking questions, do you think Tank gonna knock out Jake Paul? What? Said Tank, do you think Tank can knock out Jake Paul? I said, these folks stupid as hell. This is a cruiserweight versus a 135 pounder. And y'all out here talking like this is a real deal fight. In a street fight, Jake Paul will probably beat the brakes off Tank ass. In a street fight, due to his size, the power advantage he'll have due to his weight. He would be. Why would y'all even think that was a real fight? Why were y'all dumb fans out here saying, do you think Tank got a chance of knocking him out? Hell no. No. A cruiserweight? Let me read some of y'all comments. Okay. Bud gets a lot of hate because he's dark skinned. They've never accepted a dark skinned champion. Pernell was dark skinned. Pernell Whitaker. I know you saying that have they accepted him though, but you know what I'm saying? Pernell was dark skinned. I think it's just more Bud pushed the envelope in greatness. I think people behind the scenes secretly hate him. Black fighters, white fighters, a lot of fighters just hate what he's accomplished because it makes their accomplishments look mediocre now. You know, who gives a damn about 50-0 when we got a 3-time undisputed champion in this era? Who gives a damn about a 50-0 when you got a 3-time undisputed that came in the next era behind him? Who gives a damn about 50-0? Who gives a damn about how many fights Chavez won now? 87 or however many fights he went undefeated when we got a 3-time undisputed champion walking around. Who give a damn? Who give a damn that Joe Calzaghe went undefeated? Yeah, 49-0 for real. Who give a damn that Joe Calzaghe went undefeated when we got a 3-time undisputed champion walking around? Huh? Who give a damn about that? Who give a damn about Andre Ward leaving the game was never undisputed? Who care about that when we got a 3-time undisputed? And I was meaning to go in. Let me go in on Andre Ward, please. Then I gotta cook me something to eat, y'all. I'm hungry. Let me go in on. Let me cook. Let me eat. Let me eat. Okay. Watch this. Why are folks going around here acting as if Andre Ward is this all-time great when he ducked Adonis Stevenson? Huh? Why is people going around here acting like Andre Ward is this all-time great when he had one fight from being undisputed? After he beat Kovalev, he had them 3 belts. Adonis Stevenson had the WBC title at 175. Andre Ward retired. Ran from Adonis Stevenson. He didn't listen to what I'm telling y'all. Adonis Stevenson had that WBC title at 175. Adonis Stevenson was going around claiming he was the king of 175. When Kovalev and Ward fought for the second time, Ward officially won all the 3 belts. He had one more fight to be undisputed. He ran and retired instead of fighting Adonis Stevenson. So I don't understand all this great Andre Ward talk when people be talking it. Hey, that's good you brought that up, genius. He says Adonis ran the Showtime to avoid fighting Kovalev. Come on, bro. PBC is a nest for guys to duck people. That could have been against Kovalev, but he had been trying to fight Andre Ward. Now, because I remember, this I'm gonna let you know how I remember. What you saying is true. Because Kovalev used to be saying quack, 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 quack. Whenever they mentioned Adonis Stevenson's name, he was like quack, 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 quack. So I know you ain't kept. I know you ain't kept because they were supposed to have a unification fight for them titles, and Sergey Kovalev kept saying that Kovalev was a duck, so he kept every time they asked him a question about Adonis Stevenson, he would just quack, 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 quack. He's a duck. He's a duck. So yeah, but that don't mean Adonis Stevenson didn't want to fight Andre Ward. Because you can go back and look, and there's proof. There's proof that he said he wanted him. And even still, Ward didn't even attempt. It wasn't even in negotiations after Ward won the belt. Ward ain't say after he won the belts from Cole. Matter of fact, Adonis Stevenson said he wanted to fight the winner of Ward and Kovalev. Adonis ran. Yeah. He ain't want no smoke. He ain't want no smoke. And let's not forget the head button of Andre Ward. Oh my God, let's not forget the head button of Andre Ward. A fight is a fight. A fight is a fight. You win how you win. It's a fight. You ain't supposed to be no gentleman out there. But let's not forget about the head swinging and the head button of Andre Ward. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget it. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta go fix me something to eat. I hope y'all enjoyed the live. I gotta start doing more lives. If y'all want to see me do more lives, you know what I'm saying? Comment at the bottom of the video. And I just thank y'all for y'all time, y'all support. Please hit the like button before you leave and stay tuned to the channel and rock with your boy Easy, man. I thank y'all. I'm out.